as that's what you can do in After Effects, bring kind of things to life. So we'll just work with this picture here. We'll get this just in general to move. It's not really a good image to work with to move, but we've got it here, so this is what we'll work with. So we'll just come down to our timeline. Now we'll do this very simple, so it's really easy to follow along. So if we could come down to our timeline, you can see here this is our image, oracle.jpg. So if we come across here to this small arrow that's facing to the right, we want to click on that so it's facing down, and this will open up the properties inside. So this is opened up and it's saying transform, right? So you want to click on transform and another box should pop down. So we've got this box here, we've got anchor point, positioning, scale, rotation and opacity. Now we're going to be working with positioning just now. I've actually got a project just now where I'm working with rotation. I've got a picture of the Earth and I've got pictures of all the other planets, and as they're all going round each other, you need the planets to kind of rotate as well. So that's quite good. I'll maybe do a tutorial on that once I've got it finished. So what we want to do here is come across to our small CTI, current time indicator. We spoke about that in one of the previous tutorials. This is indicating where we are on our timeline. So this here is 1 second, this here is 2 seconds, this here is 3 seconds, da 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 da. So I'm just going to move this to 0.5 seconds in between nothing and 1. And then I'm going to come down to where we were before here, just zoom in. I'm going to click on this little clock inside it, positioning, and what that does is that creates a keyframe, right? So as we can see, by clicking that, this little yellow diamond thing has appeared in your timeline. This yellow diamond is a keyframe. So we're going to come up to our CTI and we'll move it to number 1, right? And we don't need to touch anything else again down here because we've already specified that we're working in position. If we were working in anything else, then we would need to come down here and kind of change, but we're just going to stick with position just now, keep it simple. So I'm just going to click on image. I'm just going to move it a little bit to this side. Then I'm going to come down to the current time indicator and move it to 1.5. Click on the image and move it along. And as you can see, every time I move the image, there's a little one of these little diamonds are put in here in the timeline. So as you can see, where I am just now, there isn't one in yet. So just come down, move the image, and you can see it's automatically placed a keyframe. So I'll just keep moving this along. Again, this isn't something that you really want to move, it's just a picture, but it's just something to show you. So I'll just move this to 3. So I'm just following the same process all the way along. Just first of all moving my current time indicator and then move the image. Simple as that. Don't need to do anything else. After Effects is creating the keyframe for me. So just come to 5 seconds now. Move the image up. Then I'll come to 6 seconds and I'll just place the image back in the centre. So now this line, obviously this is the path that your animation is going to take. Right, this here. So obviously it isn't displayed in film. So I'm going to come down here to the time indicator and you can just take this right back and you'll see your image moving. Another way is, no matter where you are on this timeline, if you press home on your keyboard, the home key, it automatically takes you back to the start of your film. If you press end on your keyboard, it automatically takes you to the end of your film. So we've just pressed home and we're at the start of our film. So to play this, we just press the space bar on our keyboard and the film will start to play. So as you can see, this red line indicates where we are just now. As you can see, there's the image just starting to move. Doesn't look good because it's an image, but if you could just imagine a bit of rotation happening in there, and it's adding more keyframes so it speeds it up, and moving more distance will speed it up. So just a basic tutorial to understand animation. So it says at 2.5 seconds. You can see the image moving round about the screen. So while this is happening, also this black background here is not a good idea because the image is black. You can't tell where the image ends and the background starts. So this small button here, this checkered board, if you click that, it will make your background transparent. And this may look familiar to those of you who have worked in Photoshop. It's this is the background I usually use when I am working in here. This checkered background. It's much easier to see your image and to know where you're at, basically. So we'll keep it at that just now. That's just us basically worked with one attribute there, and that was the positioning attribute. So thanks for watching.